PNP woman gives support to Mark Golding's question of Prime Minister's wife. Three bikers are shot in Westmoreland. Reggae boys clash with the U.S. today. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. The People's National Party Women's Movement said that it is evident that the conflict of interest arising from the spousal relationship between the Speaker of the House and the Prime Minister is a matter of concern that cannot be overlooked. The group was responding to opposition leaders Mark Golding's suggestion during his contribution to the budget debate on Tuesday in the House of Representatives that the appointment of the Prime Minister's wife Juliet Holness as Speaker was bad practice as it lacked independence. The conflict would persist regardless of the genders involved, as the issue lies in the inherent conflict between the roles of the Speaker and the Prime Minister. The body was replying to the reaction of the Prime Minister, who took it personal when opposition leader Mark Golding questioned why the Speaker of the House happens to be the wife of the Prime Minister. The PNP women emphasized that identifying this conflict is not an attack on an individual's abilities or their character. Instead, it is a necessary step in establishing a framework for appointment that upholds the integrity of the office and ensures it can effectively serve the Jamaican people. Meanwhile, 59 Haitian orphans with disabilities will arrive in Jamaica today following an agreement between the Mustard Seed communities and the Haitian children's private charities. The Mustard Seed community, which will be providing care for the children, said the process was facilitated and supported by the Ministries of Health, National Security, and Foreign Affairs. The internationally recognized charity said it is making all necessary provisions to ensure the children, all of whom are French-speaking, are safe and comfortable in a foreign environment. And discussions have been ongoing for the children to be transferred to Jamaica since last June after 3 of them died amid escalating violence. But efforts were blocked by the Haitian government, citing safety concerns. The Director of Public Prosecution has successfully appealed a 4-year sentence handed down to Dennis Mundell for illegal possession of a firearm. Concerns had been raised over the perceived light sentence handed down to Mundell, given the minimum mandatory sentence of 15 years for illegal possession of firearm under the new Firearms Act. And in her notice to appeal, DPP Paula Llewellyn had indicated that Mundell was indicted under the wrong section of the Act. And on March 15, the Court of Appeal in its written judgment agreed with the DPP, quashing the conviction and setting aside the sentence. Additionally, the matter has been sent back to the High Court Division of the Gun Court for the appropriate charges to be determined and laid against Mundell. 2 men were shot after gunmen chased and fired gunshots at them as they attempted to rob the motorcycle they were traveling on in Sheffield, Westmoreland on Tuesday night, and the incident took place at 9:45 p.m. and both men have been hospitalized in a serious but stable condition. Reports from the police are that the rider of the motorcycle was driving his bike in a westerly direction with the other man as a pillion when, upon reaching a section of the Sheffield main road, they were pounced upon by 2 other men traveling on another motorcycle. The pillion on the motorcycle brandished a firearm and ordered the driver to stop and hand over his motorcycle. And in fear for his life, the driver sped off, during which the gunmen reported open gunfire at them. The gunman continued to shoot while giving chase. The pillion then fell from the bike. However, the driver managed to elude his attacker and hid in a yard where he summoned the police. On arrival of the police, the driver was seen suffering from gunshot wounds to his back, while the other man was found some distance away, lying on a section of the roadway, also suffering from gunshot wounds to his back and groin. Both injured men were subsequently transported by the police to hospital, where they were admitted. And in another bike shooting, a bike taxi operator was shot by a lone gunman as he cleaned his motorcycle at Racecourse Grange on Tuesday morning. The police said the gunman brandished a firearm and opened gunfire at him, and in fear for his life, the injured man ran to escape the gunman. The gunman then escaped on foot in the area. When the shooting subsided, it was discovered that the man was shot. The police were summoned, and on their arrival, he was seen suffering from what appeared to be gunshot wounds to his back. He was transported to hospital where he was treated for his injuries and admitted in a serious but stable condition. And Grange has been under heavy police military presence as murders climb to 5 in less than 72 hours. On to sports, the Reggae Boys squad that is preparing for today's crucial semifinals against the USA in the CONCACAF Nations League final has been dealt another blow, with fit again Mikel Antonio withdrawing from the squad. The West Ham striker, who scored in the club's 1-1 draw against Aston Villa in their Premier League game on Sunday, had missed a number of games for both club and country due to injuries. Antonio's withdrawal adds to coach Jaime Hallgrimsson's headache after regular striker Ethan Pinnock and Amari Bell had earlier withdrawn, while Leon Bailey and Trevante Stewart have been suspended by the Jamaica Football Federation for reportedly breaking team curfew after their quarterfinal win over Canada. And to add to the list as absentees, Damaria Gray and Shamari Nicholson will also miss the game after picking up suspensions from the Canada series. And this game this evening begins at 7 p.m. Track and field Excelsior's Damor Miller brought down the curtains on day 2 of the Boys and Girls Athletics Championship on Wednesday after winning the Class 1 Boys 100 meters in fine style. Miller clocked another personal best of 10.31 to win against a stacked field. He lowered his then personal best of 10.39, which was done in the semi-final round earlier in the day. Calabar's Kamani Gordon won silver in 10.37 seconds, also a personal best, while bronze went to Kingston College Yuri Lawrence Clark in 10.45. And in the girls section, Hydel High Alliah Baker stamped her class to win the Class 1 Girls 100 meters. The former 400 meters hurdler runner clocked a massive personal best of 11.34 seconds. She joins record holder Alana Reed and Ashanti Moore as Hydel athletes to win the event at this level. Edwin Allen's Joni Armstrong clocked a lifetime best of 11.52 seconds for silver, while Michaela Gardner of Wilma's Girls finished third in 11.59. And in the lower class, Nyron Wade of Kingston College clocked a personal best of 10.40 to take home the gold in the Class 2 Boys 100 meters. Wade lowered his then lifetime best of 10.45 that was set in the semifinals. Excelsior Malik Nugent finished second in 10.52, while Herbert Morrison's Tavan Stewart won bronze in 10.55. And in the female section, Theona Lee Terrelong of Edwin Allen won this year's champion in the Class 2 Girls 100 meters. Terrelong lowered her personal best of 11.25 set in March this year to win gold in 11.22. Lacovia's Sabrina Dockery ran a time of 11.36 for the silver medal, while St. Jago's Brianna Campbell rounded out the podium in 11.48. And today will be day 3 and several records are just waiting to be broken. And that is Athletics Championship in Jamaica, the greatest school championship in the whole wide world. And don't forget that the best news and sports takes place on this station. Please go to YouTube and type in Jamerican Undiluted News. Listen, like, share, and don't forget to subscribe to keep it going. My name is Mikey Bones. I gone.